Hello everybody and welcome back to Fazbear Acid. Today we will be answering the question, what are some of the most expensive pieces of FNAF merch ever sold on eBay? We'll be answering this by taking a look at the highest price sold listings using the eBay archive worth point and Terapeak. And as the video progresses, so will the prices. We all know that there are some very pricey FNAF plushies and figures out there, but I bet some of the price tags on these listings may surprise you. And real quick, I just wanted to ask you all a question. What is the most amount of money you've ever spent on a single piece of FNAF merch? I'll reveal my answer at the end. So with the intro out of the way, let's take a look at some of the most amount of money ever spent on FNAF merch. Starting off our list here, we got a pretty insane one. Coming in at a sold price of $1,800, we have a complete set of Series 2 Mystery Minis, Sister Location plus FNAF 4. And yeah, as you can see, it's exactly what the title says, the entire full set, exclusives and all. It's specifically sold in 2022, so by this point these minis were not exactly easy to find online, and nowadays it'd be even tougher, so honestly, the price isn't that insane. I mean, you got Jumpscare Baby, Biddy Bab, and the Mini Renas, and so many other grails in there. And Series 2 is definitely one of the best waves of FNAF Mystery Minis, so I can't exactly blame the person who spent this kind of money on this listing. Next up, we got this massive lot of McFarlane construction sets that went for $2,000. According to the description, every set was complete except for a missing speaker in Pirate's Cove and a missing balloon in the game area, which in the grand scheme of things isn't really a big deal at all, especially when you look at just how big this lot is. You got some real heavy hitters in here, the FNAF 1 stage, the FNAF 3 office, FNAF 2 game area, and so on. Tack on these smaller sets and you get a lot of value here. Although $2,000 is debatable, I think if all of these were sealed, then the price would be a lot more understandable, but even non-sealed McFarlane sets are pricey, so I guess whoever bought it decided that it was worth it. Now tell me, when it comes to construction sets, are you the type to keep it sealed or to actually build the set? I know this always conflicts me because I like to have everything sealed and as close to in-store condition as possible, but the sets are so cool that part of me just can't resist opening them all up and building them. The next listing actually sold for the exact same price as the McFarlane lots. It is a prototype of the 2016 Bonnie Funko Pop. Now, I have never seen a prototype FNAF Pop go for this high. I get that it's an OG 2016 first wave pop, but $2,000 is pretty damn nuts. Not even prototype or sample plushies, which in my opinion at least are much cooler than the prototype pops, go for this amount. So I guess whoever bought this must either be a really big Bonnie fan, or really appreciate the OG Funko merch, or of course all of the above. All in all though, you can't deny that prototype FNAF merch is always a great addition to any FNAF collection. Moving on, we have an item that I bet a lot of you were already expecting to be included in this video, and here he is, the 2016 Possessed Fredbear plushie from Sanchi. Ah yes, the top dog of FNAF plushies, arguably the most sought after FNAF plushie of all time, and this particular one sold for $2,398. Now what is notable about this listing is that Fredbear here is still in his original bag, definitely making it higher value. But don't be mistaken, even though this guy is extremely desirable, This price is abnormally high, even for tagged ones. The bag does make a difference for sure, but I have seen bagged ones go in the 900 to 1000 range. But due to its scarcity in this condition, I guess someone figured that it was the best time to just pull the trigger. But yeah, if there was one plushie that I regret the most not getting when it was available for the original price, it would be this one. There's many plushies in that category for me, but this one takes the cake. Maybe one day. Our next listing here comes at a very slight bump. It's a lot featuring the big three of the standard sized Funko plushies, Shadow Freddy, Golden Freddy, and Toy Freddy. Or Brown Freddy. Of course, we all know that these three plushies are extremely sought after and go for a lot of money, but this price is way too high. You can absolutely get these three for cheaper than this. Even all three fully tagged won't cost you this much. Like, for this price, I would 100% expect hang tags to be attached and in the best condition possible. Like, not a single crinkle or even a slight warp. And even worse, Toy Freddy has a stain and his tush tag is discolored. So sorry to say, but whoever bought this, you should have saved that money and got them elsewhere. Alright guys, now we are getting into some serious money. This next entry is actually an item that was already included in the list before. It's another 2016 Sanchi Fredbear. But for some reason, this one sold for $3,755. And unlike the previous, it doesn't even come in its original bag. This is so insane, and another one you just have to scratch your head at. I bet you can get the original 2015-2016 Sanchi set fully tagged for like half this amount, maybe even less. So yeah, I personally cannot begin to justify this one. But if you thought that that was the most expensive FNAF plush individually sold, you'd actually be incorrect. There is one other single plush listing that overtook Fredbear, and it probably won't surprise you because it's right up there in terms of demand. None other than Shadow Freddy, for a whopping $4,500. Now, immediately you will notice that this Shadow Freddy is pretty tightly wrapped up, and according to the description, this is how it actually came upon purchase, meaning that this Shadow Freddy may be the mintiest Shadow Freddy plush of all time. It was taken out of the wrapping for pictures though, which probably wasn't the best thing to do, but still. Now, I don't know what store or outlet would have shipped it like this. Usually plushies come in those clear shipping bags, not this like vacuum sealed type thing, so if you guys have any idea, please let me know in the comments. I get that the condition may be the best that you can buy, but still, $4,500 is really steep. But you can't deny the flex of owning the mintiest Shadow Freddy plush ever. Now it's time for the last listing, the most expensive FNAF listing sold on eBay. A gargantuan lot of 133 mystery minis for a staggering $5,175. And I mean, what can I really say? Just look at the sheer amount of grails in this one photo. This collection right here is enough to make any FNAF merch collector jealous for sure. It's literally the complete series 1 through 5 minis, even including the sub-series ones like Glow in the Dark, Blacklight, and Pizzeria Simulator Glow. Honestly, I'm kind of at a loss for words here. As someone whose favorite line of FNAF merch is probably the mystery minis, this is just incredible. And I'll be the first to admit, if I had $5,000 that I could just blow, I would probably buy something like this. Congrats to whoever picked this up. Well everyone, there you have it, the most expensive FNAF listings sold on eBay. Now, if you look on WorthPoint, you will actually see some listings reported as higher in sold price, but I am 99% certain that they are either glitched or something very fishy is going on, because I highly doubt someone paid thousands of dollars for a VR Toy Freddy Pocket Pop or a Withered Bonnie youtooz figure. So the ones I showed were definitely believable and by all accounts authentic. But as promised, I will now tell you the most amount of money I ever spent for a single FNAF item, and it's this guy right here. A tagged Hot Topic exclusive Jumbo Nightmare Freddy plush, which cost me almost $100. Definitely nothing compared to the listings in this video, but it is still one of my favorite plushies by Funko, so I kinda had to. But be sure to tell me your most expensive FNAF purchase in the comments, as well as your overall thoughts, and if you were surprised by any of these entries. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. This has been fazbear Acid.